Hello, I'm Ronald the Power Work Builder, and we're gonna kind of carry on here. I do need to make a Pack 15 video, which is 76 to 80. 76 is basically just putting this onto this part of the door, and then the rest of the pack is putting the other door together. I thought about doing it off camera, but as far as the video timeline goes, I need to make this video, so I'm gonna do that. And I had just gotten done messing around with the Nissan, and playing with all the wiring to it. Just making sure, all the wiring is still working the way it's supposed to be working. And I did fix one cable that was broken out of the box. So I was able to get that wire repaired. And it's hard to put this wire back in with the car in the way. Just didn't want to go down, but as you can see, it all lights up. Headlights all light up. Turn the signal. And maybe you can see the other one blinking right about there. I know all the rest of the wires are kind of hanging over here. Some of the brake lights. So that's all works. I did disconnect this neon wire. It's not broke. It's just not connected. Because I was kind of having a hard time putting it back together, because some of the wires, some of the neons on the floor were in the way. And I guess this wasn't really in the way, but I guess it got unplugged. So anyhow, let's get on with Pack 15. Pack 15 does include the other skirt. but you don't do anything with it. But what I do need to do is get the bottom of this car, because we do have to try to install some LEDs. Mainly this guy. So I'm going to take out the LED wire for the top of the car. And I need this other long one here. And if you watch my channel update video that I posted, you'll also see this really awesome mic lane wiring mod for the LEDs. That, makes the LED wires longer. Because there are a few of them that are real short, and there's no way they're gonna make it to the board. So if you watch that channel update, Nissan update, you will see that video, and you'll see me put that mod on the LEDs there. Okay. I'm just gonna just trying to make it easy to get to the bottom of the car, but not having the inside of the car in the way. So now I just gotta be careful of all the dangly little wires. Okay, so they want 13 and 18. And Insert the connectors of the bottom left side to the highlighted section. Okay, so basically we'll just take these cables one by one. There's a small hole right where my finger is that this goes into. Okay, so that goes down like that. And I'm just trying to see how they've got these positioned. I think it's supposed to go just like that. Because there's a hole, there's a tiny little hole up here. But it doesn't look like it goes all the way up to that hole. Because as you can see in the final assembly, you can see how much of a space there is at the front there. And there is a little hole. And they've got that, spaced out. So I think that's probably right where it needs to go. It would have been nice if they would have, mapped out where it goes and then maybe put like a little line on the chassis so that way that that's where the front edge of it goes. Gotta go back just a little bit. Yeah, like probably right about there. There we go. All right. So that one's in. So now we'll put the other one in. That one's in. There we go. And that's all we do in that first issue. I just hope I got those on the right side, because one side's shorter than the other. Shoot, and I don't think I did. Yeah, it looks like 18 was supposed to be on this side, and 13 was on that side. I hate to peel them off and redo them. But I got them on backwards. The shorter one is supposed to be on the drivers on this side of the car. Yeah, because see, it says 18 right there on the sticker, and then that's on this side, opposite the muffler. It's like, you hold the book like that, that's 18. I mean, I could always put like a little tack of glue there if I had to. Huh. Oh, probably I don't have these plugged in. Okay. Let's see if we can get this to work. Just trying to make sure that, you know, they're gonna work. Still. Well, now the car's not working. Now the car's gonna try to act like the Knight Rider and not want to work. Huh. Yeah, now it don't work. I disconnected wires and now it don't want to work. And I got the power wire in the right spot. And I got this wire in the right spot. Well, I know the controller works because I got the brake lights working. Yeah, the signals work. The hazards work. Ah, there we go. Now we got that working. Now where are my wires? Yeah, see, and then you move something and then you lose lights. Yeah, this thing is very picky when it comes to being moved. That's what I'm afraid of when I try to put it all together, you know. There's going to be a movement somewhere that's not going to let it work. All right, come on. Well, nothing. Now you're not going to work at all, huh? Yeah, now it just broke again. Now nothing wants to work on it. I don't get this car. All right, there we go. All right, finally, we're getting somewhere. Ground effect light. And, yep, ground effect light works on the other side too. All right. So now we'll move on to the rest of the car. So I'll just kind of shove that off to the side. So, like I said, now we're just building the other door. You know, and it's kind of funny is they do have a hole in the door. So if you wanted to put like a little speaker sound in there, you could. I've seen people doing it. Because, I mean, there's a hole enough to, you know, put like a little sound wire in there. So there's finally what that door is supposed to look like. Obviously that won't stay on there, but no biggie. I did go over to Home Depot last night, and I bought me some power work tools. Not that Mike Lane has bad tools, because I did order a screwdriver from Mike Lane, but I didn't have any bits for it. So I went looking for some bits to go with it, but I couldn't find any. So I wound up finding this little set here. And I did get this little ratchet wrench too, or little wrench. To use with it, because it has like smaller heads in it. It's got like, you know, like pH 000 and so. Just trying to find, there we go. pH 000. That's what these are. But obviously this ain't magnetic. Yeah, oh boy. That's gonna be fun. I probably could magnetize it if I just, I wonder if you could magnetize a non-magnetic screwdriver. You know, I didn't really think about that when I bought it. Okay, that's not gonna work because it doesn't have a magnet. So let's dig out the power work blades. See if I've got a bunch of them in here. I know that's one plus about Mike Lane is all his tools are magnetic. Whereas, you know, if you get them at a local store, you might not have magnetic. But I would think you'd be able to maybe magnetize a non-magnetic screwdriver by rubbing it on a magnet. I don't know. I've never tried it. All right. So that door is finally finished after months and months and months of waiting on just that one lousy little part. And I realized that, if I decided I want the replacement parts, I'm going to have to take the doors apart to, replace this piece. I guess it's just a matter of, if it really annoys me enough. I mean, I know I made a mention about it, that it kind of annoys me. But, we'll see. I can tell right now, looking at these parts, the stripe lining on this is just a little bit different. Because if you look, you can kind of see how the second one is a little bit more bent over on the new door than it is on the completed door. They got a little bit more of they dropped it down a little bit more on this door than they did on this one. And that's all you do in 77. Just 2 little parts. 78. You get a little bit more a few more parts. 78. Get a whole boatload of screws. First thing we do is put the handle together. And then put that on the door. What I tried to do is be very careful not to lose the latch. But I did anyways. There you go. And that's an AM screw. There you go. So that's on there. Okay, and then we need a KM screw for our mirror. kind of a sloppy mirror. Trying to, yeah. All right. And then we'll put the lens on it. That I can peel the sticky thing off it. Now, did I take the little thing off that one? Yeah, I must have. Yeah, I'll get that off later. It's not hurting anything to be on there. And then we'll just put this on the door with 2 AM screws. Now I know, you should put it in a little oil, but I don't happen to have any oil on me right at the moment, so I'm just making do with what I got. And that is not tight at all. Yeah, that's good enough. I mean, the mirror's kind of floppy. But... Well, excuse you. I was going to say the mirror's a little floppy, but, you know, if I'll probably be taking the door apart anyways to put a new door skin on it, so I can always fix that later. Alright, and then this will get fixed in with an SM screw. You can't even see what I'm doing. The computer just got all screwy. SM screw and SM screw. The bottoms are QMs. Not exactly sure why they want, you know, two different ones, but you know, that's the way these things go. They use different screws. Oh, that's a really tiny head. Where I'm supposed to put a screw, there's no hole. Or at least the hole is not drilled out. There it goes. Now it went in there. So that's the end of that issue. Now we're on the 79. The crank and the glass. And yeah, I do have a table full of parts. I've got parts for 15, 18, 21. But I still have no 17, 19, or 20. Hence the reason why I'm starting out 2026 still working on this thing. Because the illustrious Fanhome says, we're out of parts. We don't have parts for you. So we're just going to put you on an eternal delay. Oh, well, we have parts for 16. Okay, here you go. We got parts for 21. Here you go. We got all but one part for 18. Here you go. Oh, we finally got 15 in. Here you go. I paid for 19 parts at the beginning of December. Here's now January, and I still don't have that pack. They haven't mailed it to me, and as far as I can tell, there was nothing missing out of it. So I don't know what their delay is. And that's nice. They don't even label these as RP screws. Okay, then I was almost tempted to not even bother with this stupid car until I had all the parts. Okay, and then this mechanism goes on here. Two more RP screws. Okay. I may have to loosen up my other door. That window doesn't really work very well. But that's all we do. We don't even attach this to the freaking door. And if I sound like I've lost my enthusiasm for this, I have. So here's the next part of the door. You know, I was actually trying to figure out why this door is even different. This one got a little handle on it, but yet this one won't. That was kind of interesting. So this goes on here. See, that's all it would be. There's no, because the pull handle is right there, not right here. So KP screws. And then this piece, which is the door handle, could have had a little bit of a color to it, so it wasn't just faded, you know, so it wasn't just all black. Yeah, that just pushes in. And look, it's kind of silly. It's kind of upside down, in my opinion. And then we'll put these little window strips on it. Okay. Then we take this. There we go. And then we need some AP screws for that. And I need another RP screw for this gear. Maybe that's what I did wrong. Maybe I just realized if you tighten this screw on this little hinge right here, if you tighten it too much, it locks it in place. But if you leave it loose, then it still allows it to spin. So maybe that's what I did wrong with the other door. Yeah, I just made that too tight. Oh yeah, I think that's exactly what I did. So I can get this one to move. I bet you that's exactly what I did. I made the hinge too tight. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right. Yep. That window works perfectly. Huh. Well, all right. So anyhow, that's the end of pack 15. We finally got through pack 15 that we should have been through a long time ago. Now my window wants to fall down. But I got a small little bonus to throw on this pack 15 video. Maybe I should have waited until I actually had pack 15 to do pack 16, but at the time I did pack 16, I wasn't really thinking about, you know, waiting. I just went and did it. Because this is pack 16, stage 81, but you got the final part of the door. You know, you got the final part of the door. So like I said, this is just a little bonus throwing on to the end of pack 15 video. Just to kind of complete, you know, the door and complete the pack 16 video that I obviously should have waited on. So that way I would have had this piece. But then that just goes on there. And then you just put some BP screws in it and you're done. So, yeah, I got one window that doesn't work very well, and then I got one that works too well. Okay. Anyhow, I hope you found that enjoyable. Sorry if I'm not too enthused about, you know, this build, but hopefully the company will get their act together and send me 17, 19, and 20, so the way I can finish this car. That's all I got. Till next time. Peace.